Right, Andy.
How you doing, Ross? You all right, mate?
Not bad, what you on with?
Oh, just sat down. First time of the day. Just been
Yeah.
running about like a madman all day. So I've got all my jobs just about done, I think. How's things with you?
All right, yeah. Plodding on as you do. Uh, a lot's gone on since we last spoke. What do you think of all this with Frotch and Big John Fury from Fury Power?
I thought Frotch done well the way he handled it. He's defused the situation professionally, like a bomb disposal expert. But
Mm.
nah, he's right what he says. If he's not going to fight John Fury, is he? But if John Fury wanted to fight him, he needs to prove himself against one of these other guys, whether it be Mickey Theo or Jackanory Joe
Aye,
or
Jack
or
and all.
anybody else that age.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, they're old men, aren't they? Right? Big John Fury and all that. What's he doing, man? Carrying off like that, Andy? All the time he's non-stop, isn't he? Is
Did
he normal?
you?
Normal, Andy? Is
Sorry,
he normal?
no, I don't believe so. I don't know anybody else that age that goes about want to fight with everybody. I don't think he really does want to fight with everybody. He just like shouting about it. Even Big Shane says it's cringe, doesn't he? He said it's cringy. Somebody asked him about it.
Do you think he's got to a stage now where John might need to seek help?
I, quite possible, yeah. It's like,
Did
what's he
anybody
doing?
did anybody say like, oh, mate, I'm not being funny, mate, but you're a bit nutty.
It'll take, it'll take a brave man to suggest it to him, I think.
Yeah, but something needs to be done here because this is in front of the whole world, and if he goes and does something right stupid or no, just to prove how hard he is, what we're going to have then 2 year illegal battles saying, "Well, could you all see we're crackers?"
It could be a sad situation. It could be a breakdown. He could be having some kind of mental breakdown in front of everybody. Yeah,
Well,
it's
it's something. There's something. He's not well. He's not well, is he? Come on.
I don't think any of these fights are going to happen either.
No, no, mate. I've been around enough lunatics in my life. He's not well. You
It's
know, listen, mate. They're gonna come for him one day in white coats. I'm telling you.
a big
He,
pair of handcuffs.
he can't be well, him, Andy.
I suppose he's living in a well. He says it's a lot of rubbish as well, isn't it? He's living in a shed or something.
He's even inventing shed stories now.
One man in his shed.
Hey,
He's maybe jealous of my shed, eh? Maybe that's what it is.
what about that one? That one he did on Sunday when he said he only eats anything that swims on balls and that he kills. Does
What
that
is he
mean
killing? What is he going about killing?
are our pets safe? A goldfish safe?
Lock up
He's
your cat.
looking at fish pond, is he? Oh, and he surely to God must know when he says stuff like that, he's going to come back on it. Oh, is he just like showing us how mad he is?
He's maybe having a laugh. Eh? He's maybe thinking, well, one little saying it, just winding everybody up.
Why is everybody up? Oh,
Get a padlock on your fish tank.
lock up, lock up your garden gnomes. I don't know. Okay, so do you think he dealt with it all right then?
Roach, yeah, he dealt with it well. I seen some other guy. Have you seen him? Kushti TV or something?
No, was he? What's this
I don't
story?
know. I think he's a gypsy guy. Joe Bugner or something he gets called. I've only seen it once, but it's a small channel. I think he's got a couple of thousand subscribers. But he was warning Froch not to fight John Fury because if he beat John Fury, well, probably would certainly he would beat him. I think that guy recognised that, but he said he'd have to fight all John's kids after that, all his sons. That's what that guy's.
That's what you've got. This is why they're not. This is why these TV people. Yeah, it's all right. People having a few tweets here and there, but once
Yeah,
this is down, right, these people, the main thing they talk about is safety with boxing, repercussions, and all this YouTube stuff.
yeah,
They probably looked at it and thought, "Oh, John Fury does numbers, this and that, and the circus around it, kind of thing." But they've probably sat down, right, and thought, "You know what, it ain't for us, you know, because if all happens, or there's repercussions, or oh, and it just, you know what I mean, kind of thing."
yeah. There'll be people who say they can see this coming. That's what happened.
Well, we can obviously say that John's he's crackers, isn't he? He's lost it, right? He's lost it. He's a ticking time bomb, and he's not handling it very good, is he? Oh, you can see it. He's having a meltdown in front of everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know
and
what.
all this. It's all right shouting people out, but when people start taking him up on his challenges or whatever, I don't personally. I don't think he expects anybody to take him up on these challenges. It's all just hot air. But when somebody takes him up on it, that's when the pressure comes on him. Like, and you can see him starting to starting to simmer over, boil over.
You can see we're from Dr. Eccles to Mr. Hyde. Right.
All the potions bubbling in the background.
Well, you can see it, can't you? It's at that stage now where at the beginning years ago it crept into media, didn't it, Big John? And now it's got to a stage where it's like he's just talking to a man in the street, isn't it? And he's forgetting that it's media. Well, it does, doesn't it? You know what I
The
mean?
first, I think the first time I seen him was on just when Tyson fought Vladimir Klitschko, and he was on the scene there because they were going to pull out the fight.
Got out, didn't he, a couple of months before?
Yeah, was he just out then? Was he at?
Just got out a couple of months before, yeah, about 3 months before, I think.
Yeah,
But
and he was shouting about padding on the ring or something, padding on the under the canvas. I think that's when I first.
he was losing his mind then, trying to whip up a storm, wasn't he? He'd been all right in the 70s, you know, in coal miners' strikes instead of half a Cargill. We'd have had Big John, couldn't we? He'd filled his boots all like Arthur did. So that's another story. But yeah, he'd been all right, all like that one. He won out, all out. Big John's not happy. No, everybody out, one out, all out.
Everybody out.
But he'd have been nowhere near a place of work, mate. Listen, I don't know what to make of it all, but it's come back to bite you on arse because it's just weird makeup on it. Mick's probably thinking all that time and effort a few years ago, and the other kids jumped on bandwagon, hasn't he? Or Jack and Ori.
Jack and Rory Joe.
But why don't they just go get at it in one of them's gym and sort it out that way? So there's a lot of talking going on. There's no fighting.
So this misfits rumours, but there's nothing concrete with that, is there?
I don't know what to do with that now.
I think, like I said, the last time I was speaking to you about that Knuckle documentary film about Big Joe Joyce and Amy McGinley were fighting, and they were about 60
Right,
odd.
yeah, somebody's been in touch actually. Sent me. Thank you very much, the gentleman that's been in touch regarding that. And I think you're probably going to take words right out of my mouth here, but is it somebody said the Irish bare knuckle champion, or were known as the champion round about that time. There were one at McGinley's, as you said there.
Annie McGinley.
Yeah, is it Joyce? Joe Joyce.
Big Joe Joyce, yeah.
Big Joe Joyce. Is it Quinn? What's his name?
James McDonough Quinn. He was a brilliant fighter. I've seen his fights.
Yeah, and Dan Rooney. It was that. It
Dan
was
Rooney.
one of them four. I don't know if this is like some imaginary like title or like pound for pound thing, or will they say he's the best man or whatever. But they're the names that all pop up. These are from proper people that are into all that, that follow it and that. So they're the four men. So was it one of them that Big John fought for £100,000? What were he called, John? For the life of me, I can't remember the man's name.
And coming from the background he comes from, he should know all their names, and not all probably knows them all
Hey,
personally.
listen,
Yeah.
all them I've just spoke about Joe Joyce, McGinley, Blind Man, James Quinn. I was going to say James McDonough.
James Quinn McDonough.
James Quinn McDonough.
I try to get him in your channel way back, but
Dan Rooney, all them guys, all pretty fearsome men.
oh, aye.
But all and everybody's seen them fight. So everybody's seen them. All the fair play men, all that, all footage going back years.
There's a video of Dan Rooney fighting Annie McGinley. I've seen that video. That's on YouTube. I think that's the one that was Lenny McLean doing narrating it or something.
I see one ages ago, Lenny McLean, so they were just about to fight, and this bloke stuck nut on him and stuff. Lenny McLean went into full Lenny mode, and
that jumped on his head.
bloke off with him trying to kick him in the head and all.
They're all trying to pull him off on that.
One of them were a brick top show though, wasn't it? Have you got his boat? One of them were a brick top show. Brick top was starting out.
That's when he developed the shoulder roll that night.
Hey, listen, I reckon brick top were a face back in the day. Brick top was a boat.
Ah,
Yeah, they reckon he used to cruise about in a jag and everything.
he was
4.2 jag, one of them half a daily jobs. Brick top in his half a daily jag.
Mike Baldwin.
He
had one of them, didn't he? The brick top was related to Lenny McLean, wasn't he? He was a cousin or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Some distant cousin or something. This is how I look at it, right? You've got to give Bricktop his credit, haven't you? Really?
Oh, aye.
From the area where it's come from. You know what I mean? Nobody said he wasn't fetched up right with boundaries and that by his parents, but he's done well, hasn't he? Really?
Oh, aye.
Had it off, hasn't he? You've got to give him it, man. I know we gave him stick in that because the fights they put on makes me so angry. But
he's got to be number one at the moment, eh?
Do you know what? With the stables, I'd say the neck and neck. But have you noticed how Boxing King Media, yes, PC Gully, nicking my questions, they're going on about the stables and that. We've been banging on about it for a while, haven't we?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Ben Shalom's stable in the UK is probably stronger than Bricktop and Eddie's. Do you know what I mean? But I think overall, you could say Eddie and Frank, they're probably neck and neck now with everything. But now that Canelo has gone to DAZN, he's left PBC and gone to DAZN, hasn't he? That could tip it in Eddie's favour now. You know what I mean?
Do you think he'll get involved in one of these 5 versus 5 fights, 5 from each stable? Do you think Eddie will put Canelo in there?
Yeah, well, I think Canelo's probably the bait. Sorry, Eddie's probably the bait, isn't he, with Saudi for Canelo?
Yeah.
He's probably saying, look, I can get you in over there. You could command massive dough and you'd be massive and all that. You can imagine Eddie G'ing him up, can't you? Hanging on for dear life. But, well, they've got Canelo back, haven't they, now? Have you heard that other news about Eddie? Looks like that's dead in the waters. Croke Park, is it? For Taylor, Cameron Free.
Oh, right. Didn't know that, no.
Apparently they're not even in
It's
discussions yet.
be better for Cameron if it was in Britain, in England.
He'll go the same way as Cattrall, won't it?
Nah, that's
Eddie's
not
a
happening.
doornail, you know what I mean? Eventually it goes off people's lips and they move on to the next meal, don't they?
I seen something else about that today. I'm sure I read somewhere. I had a second when I was scanning through my phone. Something about Catterall Taylor, but it's maybe just more hot air.
What's Jack Cattrall doing anyway these days? Is he getting a big fight, or is Big Sam Jones going to get his finger out his arse and do something?
He's need to do something. Never again. It'll become a case of inactivity, and that's what's ruining fighters. Josh Taylor's needing to fight as well, isn't he? When did he last fight? That's a wee while ago, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, fighters nowadays. Do you think that they're not as active as they were back in the day, aren't they?
Definitely not as active. No. You look at Sugar Ray Robinson. There was one time seen him fighting every other week at one point. He was doing a tour, wasn't he? He was doing a tour. Was it a European tour to pay his tax bill or something?
Do you remember Chris Eubank's world tour with Sky?
He was fighting quite often, wasn't he? He was fighting regular.
He only went to
Was it every month?
South Africa and Wales, didn't he?
Aye. But he seemed to be fighting every month at one point, wasn't
He did fight frequently. I think he fought about 8 times in 1 year on Sky or something like that, or just after it, yeah.
he? Yeah.
He fought a lot. Greed, you see, that's what happens, and that's why they were feeding him stiffs. He fought a lot of stiffs, didn't he? Eubank.
Yeah.
Well, he keeps going on about his 19 WBO wins, but only 4 of them were any good. Other 15.
Yeah.
You
He's a
know,
tough guy, though. He proved his toughness against Carl Thompson, I thought, because it was way above his normal weight, wasn't it? And he hung tough with Carl Thompson's a big banger, wasn't he?
Carl Thompson, Ali catted him.
Oh, aye.
Oh, when Carl Thompson did that, listen, mate, I was on the moon with Eubank, I was buzzing that much.
He took the he took that rematch too quick because I hadn't healed properly, had it.
Yeah, well, he signed that medical form when they were wrapping his hands to say, yeah, I'm fit to
Yeah,
fight.
that's it.
Do you know what I mean? But where do you see his brat going then? See him taking a challenge on, or
Gone quiet again with him as well, isn't it? He'll be.
I mean, our box rec got him number 1. Him, he ain't even got a belt.
That's what's frustrating. You think, oh, he has a good performance, and then keep the momentum up, get another fighting within 2 or 3 months, but nothing happens. Another 6 months goes by, and momentum's lost. That's what I feel. Anyway. An active fighter's a sharper fighter, isn't he? It's a better fighter.
Yeah. I think that's Fury's problem. He's not been active, has he? If you're fighting, I mean, it's 100 month now since his comeback, so that's 10 fights. 100 month, once every 10 months, and he's got
No enough.
one more month. It's not ideal, is it? They're not keeping the tools sharp, are they? Fury's let his sen go, hasn't he? It's his own fault.
Yeah.
He's had it too easy. After that Wilder 3, I think he's thought I'm just going to get what I can out of that job. That's what I think.
And now he's needed months to get into proper shape to fight somebody like Usyk, the top man out there. I would say. Got to have Usyk as number 1 at the moment. I would say, without a doubt. Unless Fury can beat him, which I think on his best day he would have had a good chance of beating him. But I think these days are gone. I think he should have fought him 2 years ago. He'd have had a better chance of beating him then than he will now, I believe.
How do you see it panning out the fight, man?
I just see Usyk pinging him, outspeeding him, outmaneuvering him, just outboxing him, maybe even outfighting him as well. If he gets frustrated, I often thought that Fury could big man him, a bit like he did Cunningham, but Usyk's movements too. Usyk will know. I don't think Usyk will buy into that. Usyk's too smart, Usyk, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a good boxing brain, hasn't he?
Oh, aye, aye. I think he's a real Rubik's cube, isn't he? So
You see
if
that game?
Fury,
You see that game they were playing where you hit it with your fist, and a number pops up and this and that. They do it for reactions and stuff. They were doing that in like a studio with Lomachenko
I've
on the
seen that.
machine. Some of the stuff they do is quite advanced, and do you know what I mean, kind of thing. And then they do stuff like mountain training and that, don't they? And ice baths and fish ponds and all that nonsense.
Does he not swim for like 5 hours at a time? Stuff like that as well.
Yeah,
So
in lakes and stuff. Full afternoon in lakes and all that. And what's all that about? Power swims and that. You know,
aye,
long distance swimming and stuff. It's their training regimes. Could you imagine some our age group? You know, like got my lad. There's a slug. I got my lad at this rate. We're going to train where Osek trained when he was a kid. Getting that late, it'll be like roaring for the man for their iPad. Ah, imagine that.
you see that video I sent you, the guy in the Ice Lake, that's Luke Stoltman. He's Scottish. I don't know if it's him or his brother's world's strongest man, or has
Yeah.
been the world's strongest man. He was just, that was like just a big lake of ice he was in it.
Listen, mate, I saw this old deer ages ago jump in river and just swim. And he had one of them caps on. You know what I mean? Like it were no, and he were had goggles on and everything. I'm like, look at him there, old timer. Some of them aren't bothered, are they? Only a bit
Aye,
of water in it when all said and done.
that's it. They're hard, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know about I don't know about down with you, but well water swimming up here has become a big thing, eh?
That's it. Yeah. I'm gonna
People
join
swim.
for Don Arno if Perry Howe wins area belt. Perry, don't forget if you pack in and you haven't won one, you've got to get it done as well. Don't be welching in, man. Oh, he is a bin man, isn't he, for Sheffield Council?
All right, that's his actual job, the bin man, eh?
Turns out it's wagging, it's the same thing, isn't it? Don't be welching, Perry, like the rest of them up there. I'm a sod, aren't I? So, Andy, Daniel Dubois, do you think that it's sort of like getting forgotten? There's never no said about him. No, it's like squeaky clean. We don't hear out from him, do we? Do you think he's like an afterthought now?
His name's not really been mentioned in the mix, is it? I seen the other day something about somebody asking him if he would rematch Joe Joyce, I think it was. Can't remember what his answer was. I think he said he was looking for bigger names or something at the moment. Something like that, he said. But I think he proved his mettle against Jarrell Miller. Eh? He did all right against him, I thought.
Do you think when he's in the heat of battle, do you think he's got any arsehole?
He seemed to have more in that fight than he did in the fight against Usyk.
Yeah. Do you think Usyk beat it out him?
I think he did. I don't think he knew what to do with Usyk, did he? He just seemed, he looked
He
confused,
got
didn't
yeah, you think he was like not so much beat it out him, but more or less confused, and then we take him
he? Aye,
close, couldn't get his thoughts together.
yeah, bamboozled him. Eh?
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing. Confused, made him confused. Well, he looked pretty confused to me.
Maybe Usyk pressed the reset button on the back of his head or something. But I thought he gave it a good go against Usyk, but he was totally outclassed there. But he gave it a go, didn't he? So I thought he gave it a better go than Joshua did first one. Uh,
Joshua's calling to be substitute if Fury pulls out.
I think I've seen that somewhere. Yeah, but why though? Because we better be Hrgovic being the substitute because at least that's the Usyk's mandatory out of the way then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Joshua can't beat Usyk, so So I don't know what the point of that is.
What you on there, Andy? Vodka?
Yeah. After my busy, hectic day, I'm having a vodka. I'm having a Ciroc vodka. It's French. See, the Cobra likes that. He likes his French vodka, doesn't he? He likes Grey Goose. So that's Ciroc, which is apparently made with grapes, I believe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's nice.
Andy getting sozzled.
Just the one. Just a chill out drink.
How long do you think this Saudi caper's going to last, Andy?
I think about 3 years maybe, and that'll start fizzle out then.
When you look at it though from outset, we've had 2 cancellations at Undisputed, and Football League they've got over there is dire, isn't it?
So you can see Turkey Man getting frustrated at some point, if there's a lot of messing about.
It just shows you that you just can't throw billions at sport and just take over.
Yeah. I seen Eddie Hills and Bricktop being interviewed with somebody, and I'm sure they mentioned something about Turkey Man putting fights on in Britain as well as over there. Unless that was just hot air, but certainly mentioned Turkey Man.
Triple T. Aye.
He's the man with the money, yeah.
Aye. What did you think to Yard's performance the other night?
Yard, he was. I thought it was a measured performance. Yeah.
Do you feel that Yard's either in with somebody he can just mow over, or is it up, or is really up against it? He's never like in any in betweens, is he?
Nothing in between there. It's all or nothing, isn't it? It's it is a bit like that.
You think it's a generational thing, like we've seen that, haven't we? Your Conor Benns and people like that, and well, not willing to risk it. And you think it's a bad element, something that's crept into the sport, and that they all feel that it's more about what they can make financially than really achieving out.
See if you go way back to Frank Bruno. Remember, they wanted him to have another fight before he fought Oliver McCall, and he fought a guy, Mike somebody, Mikey Mike. I can't remember. He was like a gimme fight as well. It's a pushover, but so maybe it has.
Career were littered with gimme fights.
Sorry.
Frank Bruno's career is shocking, man. It's a shock.
Yeah, so it's similar to that, really. If it's happening,
poke he had off. Oh, his CV's awful. Oh, awful, honestly. It's that poor.
It was like they were scared to put him in with somebody half decent in case he got beat. And he had this world title shot lined up over McCall, wasn't it?
They dug Joe Bugner up for him. Jeez.
He was still fighting when he was 50 odd, wasn't he?
Only because he was on Skid Row.
Needed the money.
You remember it when Barry Hearn dug him up?
Aussie Joe, they call him, isn't
it? For his venture into boxing. Jeez, Joe Bugner. Everybody bought into it. Bricktop were doing cartwheels over that one. Because he always used to be bouncing around at shows with Joe Bugner in tow back in the day. Bit like Dennis with Cash Alley.
When's he fighting Joe Joyce? That must be soon, is it?
Yeah, next month, isn't it?
Next month, Joe Bugner, he took Ali the distance twice, didn't he? And he took Joe Frazier the distance. So back in the 70s, he was probably a decent fighter, Joe Bugner, wasn't
he? Yeah. Oh, yeah. When Bricktop were working with him, though, he were finished. He were finished. They dug him up then for some years later. For Frank Bruno, man, and God, Frank, they were like, looking back at it, that was like a gimmick fight. He's not getting away with that now, Joshua, would he? You like Joshua digging Danny Williams up, wouldn't it?
I think he's still fighting as well. That's the sad thing, isn't it?
Or Pelly Reid, somebody like that, wouldn't it? Oh, God.
Pelly Reid. whatever happened to him? He was going to be the next big thing, but Julius Francis flattened him in 2 rounds, didn't
Yeah, Pelly. I were a Pelly Reid groupie back in the day. Clifton Mitchell, Pelly Reid. Yeah,
he? Remember
Ryan.
old Brendan Ingalls said he was going to flatten Lennox Lewis and beat everybody, wasn't he?
Yeah, he said that about every heavyweight he ever worked with.
Yeah.
He said it about Tyson Fury. Eventually, he got one right, didn't he?
That's it.
But yeah, those days, man. God, you look back. I look back now and I think, wow. And I look at boxing now. I think, I don't recognise it. I don't recognise it, especially for matchmaking. Oh, the matchmaking's so dire, but it ain't really the matchmaker's fault because they're not working with anything.
Yeah.
Boards are having to rewrite the rule book all the time because they keep breaking rules. Got no choice. So don't tell me boxing's booming. The statistics say it isn't. And this YouTube stuff's a problem, isn't it? I mean, look at the airtime. Well, even I'd give it. Big John Fury and all that. It's all gone now. There's no legs in it now. But you've got everybody talking about something else for a week, haven't they? Everybody fell for
Yeah.
it. You know.
Probably
It
the
is,
Conor Ben situation. Is that going to come to
well,
next few weeks?
I'll just come into that now. What is all that about? How long's it gone on this now, Andy?
It's coming up for 2 years. That's when everything will be resolved. I feel at the 2 year mark.
Not going away, is it?
Yeah.
They want it to go away, don't they? But they've played every card and now mental health one. It's the end game now for a minute. They've just got to come clean now, haven't they? So we don't know how it got in. We'll take our punishment. Just put us out in our miseries now. Because it's even a boring story now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now they're trying to clean him up. They want it to go away.
The sad thing is, most people will forget about it. Most casual fans and that will forget about it.
James Tony, Evander Holyfield, Roy Jones, all been done, haven't they?
All been done now. When you look back, you wonder how many. I mean, Roy Jones is like a Superman, and you hope he wasn't juiced up in a lot of the fights. But how many might have been juiced up in them all if there's no testing? You don't know, eh?
Listen, tainted, aren't they?
That's
Legacy, legacy's tainted. Imagine that. Imagine your hero all them years and then that.
Mm. And the people that have fought them and got beat by them must be thinking, "Kim, was he juiced up when he fought me?"
Look at Dave Allen, he's had some right defeats against them, and he cheats.
Tony Yoka, and
Yeah, Tony Yoka, Dylan White.
he's still quiet, isn't he? The can man.
The can man, what's happening with him? I don't think he'll be on Skid Row with poke his head off. He should thank his lucky stars that he got out with all his faculties intact. Oh well, at least we know so far. In years to come, he might have some damage, but if he ends up like Chisora, they both had some hammer, haven't they?
Yeah.
He should thank his lucky stars, Dylan White. He's had it off.
Yeah.
He's had it off him, Dylan White, and Andy. Come on.
He's got away with the takings from the bank robbery, hasn't he? He's
You
away
are.
with it.
He's had it
He's
off.
robbed he's robbed the bank and gone, eh?
Somebody put it in his account by accident and he didn't even have to leave house. It was that easy. It was the crime of the century. Dylan White with millions and millions in bank. And all he's got to his name is a vacant British against Ian Lewinson.
Joe Joyce fought in his debut.
There you go, all round about that time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, he has had it off. Dylan White. You want to go on to part two, mate?
Yeah, no problem. Just